So what advice would you give to someone who's looking to get into the industry, maybe as a writer or an artist, that maybe is having a hard time or they're just not sure where to start?
Right.
What would you recommend?
It's really difficult to get into the industry the way I got in a lot of years ago, which was pounding the pavement and actually going up to Marvel and DC and showing them my art, and like they kept saying no, you're not ready yet, and then finally after like the sixth time they were like, okay, we'll give you a backup story. So you can't do that so much anymore because now it's really hard to get into the buildings and everything, and
All security.
a lot of like ever since 2001, everything's like on lockdown now. And I'm thinking the best way to do it, I guess, is to maybe have an online comic, or do something self-published that you can actually hand to an editor or somebody up at the company that you're hoping to get some work from, and that way you have a complete story.
That's actually really awesome advice, because it's taking it into your own hands and kind of doing something for yourself and really getting yourself there. And also, it's still kind of in line with what you were saying, though. It takes that persistence. You've got to keep at it, and you've got to really finish it and pull through with something.
It is the persistence. That's the key. It's to just and it's so easy to give up after you've heard no 5 times. But yeah, you have to be persistent about it, and then making your own comic, be it like a small, Kickstarter or something like that, or doing it online, shows that you have initiative and follow through. So that's my best. That's what somebody who's gotten into comics recently told me seems to be the best way to work it.
No, that it's so smart with how everything is moving right now in the digital realm. So one last question, because I'm curious. Do you have any particular process that you go through when you're coming up with a character, or when you're doing your artwork? You go off to your studio. Is there anything like a little something you do to get into that place, or what do you do?
Yeah, coffee. Oh yeah, it always starts with coffee, but I do sort of have to get into a mindset, and a writing mindset is completely different than a drawing mindset. When I'm writing, I really can't have any distractions. I just have to sort of shut myself off from the world. With drawing, the part of drawing that's the closest to writing is thumbnailing and laying out a page. And that's another time I can't really have the TV on or any sort of distraction, because you're figuring out how to pace a page and what sort of characters, how the characters are going to react to each other, act and react and everything. But once I get all of that done and I just start drawing, then I just turn on TV that's it has to be very interesting, audio-wise, and really uninteresting visually, because then I'll just watch TV.
Do you have an example of something that would work for you?
A lot of people are going to groan when they hear this. I turn on judge shows a lot, so I can hear Judge Judy yell at people, and
that's stimulating, mentally.
It is. Yeah, it's like energy stuff to listen to, but I don't have to actually look at the TV. I just sort of listen to it in the background, and you get all worked up, and you're like, yeah, Judy, tell him. And but then I also listen to radio and podcasts and stuff like that, but mostly TV, because it's just the easiest. I don't have to go hunting for stuff. I just turn it on, and it really is the idiot box, but it's fun.
Okay, so there you have it. That's all you got to do. You just got to drink some coffee. You got to turn on some Judge Judy. You got to lock yourself in your own private studio, and then be persistent, create your own work, and you can be Amanda Connor. That's a pretty good deal. No, thank you so much for your time.
No problem.
And again, we are with comicaddicts.com, and I'm Alissa.